Papa?
Yes, darling?
Are you sorry I made you take me with you?
Not yet. It's Sunday morning. We've only been out for a few hours. But by the end of the week, who can tell?
I know I'm gonna love it, Papa. You know, I always thought the Ponderosa was your last stop.
But this time it's the first stop. Yes. Already she's trying to tell me how to run my business.
Mr. Kaufman, what you doing out this way so early?
Well, there is an expression in this country. The early bird wins the race.
Catches the worm, Papa.
So, if he didn't win the race, how could he catch the worm? I want to have the honor to introduce you to my daughter, Rebecca. Mr. Adam Cartwright.
How do you do?
It's very nice to meet you, Miss Rebecca.
Is your father home?
No, he's not. He went up to the Edison's place with my brothers.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed him. I have something special to show him.
Oh, what is it?
Mervyn and Hulbert. 44 caliber. Can let you have it for $10.
$10 for a Merwin and Hulbert? Never seen one for under 19.
Well, if it were brand new, I would ask 19. But you see, it's slightly used. I got it from a Chicago drummer.
Well, it's still a good buy. But I don't have any use for it.
That's all right. Just thought I'd show it to you.
I tell you what, I'm sure my father would be interested in it, so why don't you drop by Friday on your way back?
I'll do that. Goodbye.
Take care.
Take care. Who would bother a poor peddler?
What do you say? Take a chance?
We'll wait till Friday when old Kaufman's on the way home. After a week of peddling, he'll have more in his sock then than he has today.
Yeah. That'll be worth waiting for.
Never be home in time for the Sabbath.
Oh, Papa, stop nudging yourself.
Okay, stop it. 3 o'clock Friday. Should already be in Carson City.
Papa, it's been such a lovely week. Don't spoil it.
You did have a nice time, didn't you?
Oh, Papa, it's been just wonderful. It's like discovering a whole new world. I just wish that...
Just wish what?
Nothing, Papa. What's our next stop?
Next stop will be at Mrs. Cardiff's, and after that, a quick stop at the Ponderosa and then home.
Oh, the Ponderosa. Do you think we'll see Adam Cartwright again, Papa?
Hey, come on, Adam, boy. Them Edison gals gonna be busting plumb out of their carpet or something.
Yeah, don't forget, you gotta save the youngest one for me.
My, don't we smell pretty? Had your horses carried.
Oh, thanks, Paul. Hey, how come you don't come along? You might find yourself a young little woman there and cut yourself a real hoedown or something.
Hey, Hoss is right, Paul. Why don't you come along and show us how to do it? Hey. Good evening, ma'am.
My name is Benjamin Cartwright. I'm the father of young Joseph Cartwright, best looking boy in the territory. Would you mind if I had the next dance with you?
Oh, I'd love to.
You boys better get going or those Edison gals are going to be fighting mad.
Hey, come on, Adam. We gotta get on out there if we're gonna go by the Edison place and then on into town. We're gonna be late for the dance.
I'm not going.
I hear you right?
You heard me right.
But you gotta go.
Why?
Why, well, it's Friday. The work's all caught up. It's a box social.
Yeah, besides, you done took a bath and shaved and put on them clean clothes. You ain't gonna waste all that, are you?
It seems to me your oldest brother has his mind made up.
Yeah, but Paul, what are we gonna do with the oldest Edison gal, the one with the big bustle?
Adam, did you promise to take the oldest Edison gal, the one with the big bustle?
No, I wasn't even over there last Sunday, remember? Besides, you're big enough to take care of two of them.
You're right, Adam. Come on, Joe. What do you mean by that?
Mr. Cartwright, a word of advice. Keep an eye on that oldest son of yours. There's something definitely wrong with that boy. Goes around all week like a trap just waiting for a rabbit. Now he gets all dandied up, and he's not even going to bother to do what he got dandied up for.
I'll watch him, Doctor.
Give him an apple.
Have a good time.
See you, Paul. Adam.
Adam, any particular reason you're not going to the social?
Maybe.
Well, might as well go talk to Hop Single, get more conversation out of him.
Papa, the paisley you brought.
But, darling, she's tried already the paisley, and the gold, and the purple, and the black and white stripes.
But Mrs. Cardiff liked the paisley best, Papa, didn't you, Mrs. Cardiff?
Oh, yes, I did, Miss Rebecca. But I really can't make up my mind. I don't think I'll buy any material today. Just a spool of white thread, Mr. Kaufman, please. A small spool.
Just a spool of thread?
It's all right, Mrs. Cardiff. I appreciate the business. All sales are welcome.
I can understand your being upset, Miss Rebecca, but we're just simple homesteaders, and I can never buy anything from your father except a spool of thread or a packet of needles.
Mrs. Cardiff, I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
Mrs. Cardiff, I want you to do me a favor.
Oh, yes, Mr. Kaufman.
Well, it's like this. Back east, those smart merchants, they have a new merchandising plan. They get a nice lady in a neighborhood to wear a dress. When the lady's friends ask her where she got it, she tells them to go back to the merchant. I want you to make a dress from this paisley material. And then when all the ladies admire it, you just tell them that you got the goods from Kaufman, the peddler, all right?
Oh, no, Mr.
Oh, no. I know what you were going to say. The answer is no. As a matter of fact, I know. I should pay for your making the garment and for your recommending me. But you see, I'm just a poor peddler, and all I can afford is to give you the material and the thread. You do me the favor, will you?
Yes, Mr. Kaufman. For you, I'll do it.
All right. Now, don't forget, Kaufman, the peddler. Now, come on. We'll be late for the Sabbath.
Bye, Mrs. Carter.
Well, I must say I've never seen you sit for so long in one spot before. Something bothering you?
No, there's nothing bothering me. Everything's fine. Oh, there's Aaron Kaufman.
So it is. He's got somebody with him. It's a girl.
So it is.
A very good day to you, Mr. Cartwright.
Good day to you, Mr. Kaufman. Nice to see you again.
Hello, Adam.
Mr. Kaufman?
Oh, Mr. Cartwright, I want to introduce my daughter, Rebecca.
How do you do, Mr. Cartwright?
How do you do, miss? Oh, Mr. Kaufman, I didn't know you had such a pretty daughter.
She's lovely, isn't she? But a real nuisance.
Oh.
It's good to see you again, Mr. Kaufman.
Oh, you've already met, have you?
Oh, yeah, we were here last Sunday.
At the beginning of our trip.
Yes, I forgot to tell you. Well, what do you think of our wonderful part of the country now that you've been traveling around all week?
It's just wonderful. I had no idea there was anything like this. Of course, it isn't all as nice as the Ponderosa.
Well, that's what we've always liked to think. Like to see some more of it?
Oh, could I?
Well, Rebecca, what have I been telling you? We gotta get home.
Don't worry, Mr. Kaufman. We won't go far. We'll be back before you finish your business with my father.
Well, Adam, I don't think we need anything, Mr. Kaufman.
Oh, yes, we do. We need quite a few items. As a matter of fact, I made a list. You'll find it on the kitchen table.
We'll never get home in time for the Sabbath.
Oh, they'll be back soon, Mr. Kaufman. I think we'd better get inside and have a look at that list. Apparently, we need a few things.
The corral's over this way. Ah, sounds like Jupiter. You want to meet him?
Oh, would it be all right?
Sure, come on. Here, he's busted out again. Down, boy, down! Whoa, boy, whoa. Oh, boy. Back. Well, Miss Rebecca, why don't you come over and say hello to Jupiter?
Hello there, Jupiter.
You know, in many ways, he's still my favorite. Oh, boy. I found him out on the range. Wild as a maverick. He fought me every inch of the way. But he's saddle broke.
You're proud of that, aren't you?
Oh, he's still a handful.
I can see that. You know, to my father, a horse is just a necessary evil, sort of a strange, incomprehensible animal that nobody could possibly reason with. Sort of a hide-covered steam engine fired with oats instead of wood or coal.
Is that the way you feel about it?
Well, that's the way I was brought up to feel. But you know, this last week, traveling around the way we have and seeing so many things and meeting so many people, well, for the first time in my life, I feel like, well, I'd like to be part of all this. You know, I've never even ridden a horse.
Would you like to try?
Jupiter?
No. I don't think you were ready for Jupiter, but I think you could handle old Betsy over there.
Oh, Adam, I'd love to try it if you'd teach me.
Well, there's no time like the present.
Oh, no, not now. Well, you see, I haven't the time. You heard Papa. He's in a hurry to get home. Well, tonight is the Jewish Sabbath, and Papa doesn't do anything on the Sabbath, not even drive a horse.
Your father is a very dedicated man, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But I'm afraid he's rather old-fashioned.
Target practice. Well, for a minute there, I thought we were at war.
Merwin and Hobart for $10.
Or as I said to your son last Sunday, it isn't quite new. I got it from a drummer in Chicago.
Well, it sure is a thing of beauty. That's why I asked Mr. Kaufman to bring it back so you could take a look at it.
Yeah, nice gun, but I'll have to think about it, Mr. Kaufman. Thank you.
The thing about it is the customer's right. We'll never get home. Come on, young lady. Get aboard. Come on, come on.
We'll see you again?
I hope so.
Bye.
See you soon. What's this?
That's what you owe me.
What for?
For the list you made up.
Oh. Sorry about that. They're nice people.
Nice girl. What are we going to need next week?
Stupid horse. If God wants me to keep the Sabbath at home, he should please change it into a gazelle.
Please, Papa, the way you're driving the poor animal, you're going to kill him. So we'll be an hour late.
Yes, yes. You're right. You're right, Rebecca. Maybe when the sun sets, we'll have to stop.
Out here, Papa, in the wilderness? That's absurd.
The ways of God absurd? Since I was born, I've never driven 1 mile on the Sabbath. I've never bought or sold or even touched money. At my age, I do not intend to change.
Papa, this is a new land.
All the more reason that the old ways not be changed. It's no use, Rebecca. The sun is going down. I think it's time to stop and prepare. Over there. There's a nice place.
Hey, look, they're turning off. Looks like they're gonna stay the night there. If they do, all the better for us. Well, let's go. Wait till it gets dark, will you? It won't be long now.
What's on your mind? Nothing. It's that girl.
Yeah, I suppose so. No, I was just thinking. I got the impression that she'd like to meet new people. So, why don't we give a big party? Invite people from all over. Really do it up big. And that way they'll get to meet new people, make new friends.
It's an idea. Do you think the Kaufmans would come?
Well, why not? Besides, there's only one way to find out, and that's to ask. So I was wondering if you would mind if I spent the weekend in Carson City.
Seem to have your mind pretty well set on it anyway, don't you?
By the way, did you make up your mind about that Merwin and Hulbert?
Well, what's that got to do with what we're talking about?
Well, I just can't go rushing in and say, Mr. Kaufman, you want to come to a party?
All right, buy the gun.
Okay, take care of the old homestead, will you?
it's so peaceful here, Papa, and so beautiful. But is it proper to conduct the Sabbath service out under the open sky like this?
Of course it's proper, child. Is there a better place to worship and sing praise to God than under the canopy of his heaven?
It's one of the Cartwright boys. I told you we shouldn't have waited. Take it easy. We'll see what he's up to.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu, lahadlech ner shel Shabbos.
Lochodori, Vikras Kalo, Bene Shavot, Nekavelo.
Hello. I was on my way to Carson City to see you, and I saw your wagon tracks lead here.
I know. Papa won't drive his horse after the Sabbath starts.
So you're staying here tonight?
Oh, yes, we'll be all right. I was rather frightened when I saw you. We've already started the service.
I know, I've been watching. It's quite lovely.
I suppose so. You said you were on your way to Carson City to see me. Why?
My father changed his mind. He wants to buy the revolver that your father offered him.
Oh, but Papa can't sell anything now. The Sabbath started. From now until sundown tomorrow, Papa can't even touch money. You see, he can't even allow his thoughts to turn to worldly things. I hope you understand.
I do.
I'm sorry you rode all this way for nothing.
I didn't. What I mean is the gun was just an excuse.
It's such a beautiful night. Let's walk a little.
In the middle of the service?
Oh, just till Papa finishes his prayers. It takes quite a while.
All right.
You know, Adam, every minute of this last week's been just wonderful.
Well, I think we ought to keep it that way. I see the real reason I came to see you was, well, we want to throw you a big party at the Ponderosa.
Adam, how nice.
I think you have a lot of fun. You and your father get to meet everybody.
Oh, Adam, that sounds just wonderful. But
well, what's the matter?
our people, well, we live somewhat differently than other people. You see, my father's very strict. We live very much the way he did in the old country. I don't go out very much. I stay home and cook and sew and knit.
But you're going to meet somebody one of these days. Start a life of your own.
You mean get married?
Well, most girls lean towards the idea.
I suppose I do, too.
he showed up tomorrow, what would he look like?
Well, if Papa had any say, I suppose he'd look very much like Papa did 30 years ago. But I can't draw a physical description. That's not supposed to matter. The only thing that's supposed to matter is that he's a Lambden.
A Lambden?
Yes, a scholar, above all else a scholar. There's no thought given to the ruggedness of jaw or the stone hardness of his muscle or strength of his hands. All those things that suddenly seem very attractive to me. I suppose I should feel ashamed of myself.
Why? There's nothing wrong in feeling like a woman. Is there?
What's that?
It's the Sholem Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem. What is that?
It's a song welcoming the Sabbath angels of peace. It means the prayers are almost over. I'd better get back. Papa will be looking for me.
All right.
You'd better wait here. I'll go on ahead. Papa will want to give me his blessing.
How do you mean?
Well, it's something very ancient. It's been part of our service for centuries. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face to shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and grant thee peace.
Zeichem l'sholom, malachei ha'sholom, malachei elyon, u'imi melech, malachei hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Rebecca. Yivarecha Chu Aranai v'yishmarecha, Yor Aranai ponav elecho v'chaneko, Yisur Aranai ponav elecho, Yosem lecho sholem.
We have a visitor, Papa.
Oh?
It's Adam Cartwright.
Surprised to see you here, Adam.
I came to buy that revolver that you were showing my father, but Rebecca explained to me why you can't sell it to me now.
I told Adam about the Sabbath traditions, Papa.
You did right, child. Please give your father my respects and apologies. I'm sure he'll understand.
Yes, sir. I don't feel right about you and Rebecca staying out here all alone.
My son, we are not afraid. Good night.
Good night, sir. Rebecca.
Rebecca, darling, you like this young man, don't you?
Yes, Papa, he seems very nice to me.
Yes, certainly, a very nice young man. But after all, Rebecca, what is he? A scholar? A Lambden? A great teacher? What is he?
I'll tell you what he is, Papa. He is a man. Oh, Papa, I'm sorry for the way that sounded, but it's...
But you meant it.
Papa, all my life I have had teachers and scholars preached at me like they were the only men in the whole world. Well, I'm sick of it, and I'm sick of being shut away behind locked doors. I want to live the way these people out here live. I want to mix with them, and I want to be part of them. Papa, Mr. Cartwright and Adam want to give a party at the Ponderosa so that we can meet everybody. the reason Adam came out here.
Rebecca, my darling, this you will always remember. You are the daughter of my house. And it is our tradition that a child will honor her father. And it is our tradition that anger and worldliness shall not be indulged in on the Sabbath day. You will now prepare the supper, child.
Well, boy, I didn't know we were going to stay tonight. I'd have brought you some oats.
Tie him and gag him.
What for? I'll take care of him.
Do what I say. Get the rope.
Thank you, Rebecca, for preparing our meal. We shall now give thanks to God.
All right, peddler. Let's have it.
No.
Will you please take your hands off my daughter?
Just watch her, Stiles. The money. Where is it? Come on, get it.
It's the Sabbath. I mustn't touch any money.
What do you mean, the Sabbath? This is just Friday night. You heard him. Get it.
Ease off, Stiles. Where are you hiding the money, Kaufman?
Don't tell him, Papa.
You shut up.
You'll find what you want under the wagon seat.
I got it. Let's go. Lay off, Stiles. Let's go.
Papa, I was so frightened.
It's all right. All right, child. Always remember, God takes care of us.
Papa, aren't you going to do anything?
What's there to be done?
We could hitch the horse to the wagon and...
Hitch the horse on the Sabbath.
But, Papa, two ruffians just robbed you of all your money, and you're just standing there. I don't understand, Papa. What's the matter with you? Why don't you do something?
Yes, I will do something. What I've always done. I will remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy.
So you will do nothing. Papa, you always do nothing. The world spills scalding hot soup all over you, and you stick out your tongue to lick it and say thank you.
Rebecca!
I know one thing for sure, Papa. If Adam Cartwright had been robbed by 2 men or 32, he wouldn't just stand there and do nothing. He would have gone after them and fought them or killed them or done something.
Adam Cartwright's ways aren't our ways.
No, he doesn't live in the Dark Ages. He's got common sense and courage, and I wish he were here right now and he could do something for it.
does it now, Cartwright. You try anything, I'll put a bullet in your back. All right, get up. There's something I want you to see. Get going. Go ahead, take a look.
Adam! Oh, Adam!
What do you want from these people?
Just trying to make the old man tell us where he's hid the rest of the money.
But he told you you already have all his money.
Water. Water.
Give him some water. Oh, please.
All right, I'll give him some water.
Did you have to do that?
They got it coming to them. Trying to pull a fast one like they did.
What have they done?
When we counted the money the old man handed over to us, there was less than $12. We came back for the rest, but he won't tell us where he's got it hid. Maybe you can get him to talk, Cartwright. If you don't, you ain't seen the half of what's going to happen to him.
Adam, please help us.
Give him some water.
Not a drop till he opens up.
Is it worth it? Answer me, Kaufman. Is it worth it?
I don't know what you mean.
Adam, what are you saying?
You know what I'm trying to say. Is saving the money worth all this? Why don't you just give it to them?
I haven't got any money.
He gave it all to them already.
You're as bad as he is. How much is it worth to you? His life? Yours? You know they'll kill you if you don't give it to them.
Adam, why won't you listen to me? He hasn't got any money.
Oh, yes, he has. I know he has.
Adam Cartwright. You're a liar.
Am I? Well, listen to me, you old miser. If you want to sacrifice your life and hers for $1,000, you can. But you're not going to sacrifice mine.
1,000 styles.
Yes, 1,000 even. I've seen it. He showed it to my father.
He's a liar. Don't listen to him, please. He's lying.
You saw it? He got it in a deal from a Chicago drummer. Those were your exact words, Mr. Kaufman. You got it in a deal from a Chicago drummer.
No, Adam. That would lead to more violence. I hate violence.
And you've got it, old man. You just admit you got it.
Please go away. Leave me alone.
I'll leave you alone. Break every bone in your body.
Hold it, Styles. Beating won't help much. Maybe there's another way we can get him to talk, Styles.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that a long time, Hank.
Leave her alone.
Thought you were on our side, Cartwright.
No. No. Don't touch me, you animal. No. No.
All right.
Oh, Lord God of Abraham. Untie me.
Just remember, old man, I can pick up where I left off. Now, where's the money?
Untie me, and I'll get it for you.
I can get it.
You would never find it.
Turn him loose, Styles. He can't do much in his condition.
Now, where is it? In the wagon.
We searched the wagon.
Not in 1,000 years could you find where I hid it.
Don't try anything, Cartwright. You neither, girlie.
So that's where you hid it, a secret compartment, huh? No wonder we couldn't find it.
I wish you did not make me do this.
Papa, are you all right?
You got them both, Mr. Kaufman. That's pretty good shooting.
Good shooting. I killed 2 men.
Rebecca, get these ropes off.
Papa! He's hurt.
No, he's all right. He's just exhausted.
Papa.
Would you get him a little water? We'll get him back to the ranch. I'll get the horses.
Papa. Oh, Papa. Papa, how do you feel?
He's gonna be all right. We'll keep him here till he gets well. Joe, why don't you ride into town for Doc Martin?
Right. No, doctor. Take me home, please. I'm a man of strict Orthodox faith. I would be a most difficult guest in your house.
Oh, nonsense, Mr. Kaufman. We have plenty of room here, and Hop Sing is the best cook in the territory.
That might be. But can you cook kosher? All my life, I've never tasted anything but kosher food.
I understand. You're right. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll strip your wagon down and make a comfortable bed. Why don't you get a mattress out of the bunkhouse and put it in the wagon, huh?
I'll get the blanket and some pillows.
All right, thanks, Pop.
You're a very understanding father.
Yes, he is. We're kind of proud of him.
That is a father's finest reward, when his children are proud of him.
Papa, I'm so ashamed.
Ashamed? For what, child? We've all had a terrible ordeal.
But Papa, I had said such awful things.
Oh,
Well, I was ready to turn my back on everything you ever taught me.
no. Not on everything. Just on me.
Oh.
For a moment. Maybe I am sometimes a little too strict. No, you didn't turn on your faith. See, Adam, it is a fine thing to have a faith you know you can never lose. Blind faith, the world calls it. But the very blindness of it has eyes that pierce the darkness.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Mr. Kaufman. I've never seen greater courage.
Courage. It's easy to have courage with a gun in your hand. But without a gun, yeah, that's another thing.
Papa, I have learned so much these past 2 days. Things I never even realized.
You're not the only one who learned, my child. I always hated violence. I thought I could never tolerate it. And I took 2 lives.
You had no choice. They would have killed us.
The cause might have been good. But still, I took 2 lives. And I had to be stern with this child because she rebelled against an ancient discipline, because she saw that this was a new land that welcomes all people and all cultures. I think the God of my father smiles down upon me now in pity.
Well, we're all ready.
Thank you, Mr. Cartwright. Please, don't give that party until I'm well. I should like to be invited.
Mr. Kaufman, we'll have a party to remember.
Thank you. Adam, will you take us to Carson City?
It's my pleasure.
And perhaps you could plan on having dinner with us tonight in our home.
I'd be very proud. On one condition.
That is?
It has to be strictly kosher.
Strictly guaranteed.
I hope so.
There you go. A toast for the finest consignment of lumber the Gunnar shipyard has ever purchased.
Thank you, gentlemen. I hope Ponderosa Timber builds a whole fleet for you.
I'll drink to that, too.
Well, I guess it's time to entertain the paying customers, Charlie. Hey. Hey! Thank you, gentlemen. Gentlemen. That's the funniest thing that's going to be said in here all evening. Gentlemen, I am paid to sing here. And I expect a little courtesy when I do. So please pay attention, or else the next bottle may not bounce off that wall. Oh, dear, what can the matter be? Dear, dear, what can the matter be? Oh, dear.
Who is she?
What can
I've
the
never seen her
matter
before.
be? Johnny so long at the fair. He promised to buy me a trinket to please me, and then for a smile, oh, he vowed he would tease me. He promised to bring me a bunch of blue ribbons to tie up my bonny brown hair. Oh, dear.
Forget it, Dolly. Sing any one of your talents. Let's see what you can do.
You stink of dead fish.
I'm gonna teach you some manners.
Go!
Friend, why don't you go back to your drink?
And what if I don't?
Come on, let me buy you a drink. Bartender, how about a drink for my good friend here?
Her kind of woman ain't worth fighting over.
No. Drink hearty.
Hello, Ben. Long time.
Long time. How have you been?
Oh. Breathing. In and out.
Why this?
I don't eat, I get hungry.
What about Ken? How are the children?
They're dead. I have to go now.
Wait. So many things I want to know.
Oh, Ben. The Rita Marlowe that you know is dead, too. Dead and buried. So let's just leave it that way, huh?
Anything broken?
No, just run down.
Well, drink will take care of that. Oh, get one for me, will you, Ben?
What you need is good food, sunshine.
Ben, please, after the drink. Oh.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. Just a little accident. I'll be all right in a few minutes.
Why'd you give him a bad time?
Because he raided one.
Not when he spends money in my place, he don't. Look, you don't do my business any good. You better get yourself a new job.
Look, I get a week's pay.
These bar tabs you ran up, they show you owe me. Call us even.
Sam, could you let me have a few dollars? You'll get it back.
Honey, I'm out to make money, not give it away. Put out the light when you leave.
Oh, that's big of Sam.
What happens now?
No? No problem. I'll make out just fine.
You'll make out about as far as the street. And you fall flat on your face.
And don't keep your friends waiting.
They've left.
Give me $10. I'll give it back to you as soon as I get a job.
Money isn't the answer.
Sure is a good start.
I have a better one.
Look, all I want from you is $10. If you're going to give it to me, fine. If not, then get out of here.
If you want to kill yourself, there are better ways of doing it. I'm sorry. I have no right to say that.
Say what you want. I couldn't care less.
I'll make a deal with you. You come out to the Ponderosa and stay with us for a month. Just 1 month, that's all. And after that, I'll give you whatever money you need to start over again.
No strings?
No strings.
Well, what have I got to lose? All right. All right, you have yourself a deal.
Good.
But remember this, Ben. Don't expect me to be any different than I am now. I'm not about to change. For you or for anybody. Understand?
I understand.
Doggone it, Bob. Your stage line's getting more efficient all the time. It ain't but 3 hours late already.
Sorry, boss. Should have been here by now.
Hey, Paul. Welcome home.
Well, thank you. It's good to be back. Oh, I'm a little stiff. Oh. Mrs. Marlowe, this is my son, Horse. This is Mrs. Marlowe. I telegraphed you about.
Yeah, our pleasure to have you.
Horse, we need to take things
Yeah,
down.
I'll get the stuff.
Where's the rig?
Right over here, Paul.
Right over here, Mrs. Marlowe. Can I help you, Horse? Anything happened while I was gone?
Not a thing, Paul. Everything rolled along smoothly as could be.
Good.
Yeah, except one thing. We lost our barn, Paul. It burned down.
What?
I'm just funny. Oh, you and the lady go ahead. I got some chores I got to do, and I'll catch up with you later.
I'll catch up with you later if I hear any more funning out of you. Don't be late for supper.
Yes, sir. You know me better than that. Now, again, a pleasure.
Well, we had a long trip. But a hot bath and a good meal will make the world of difference.
Ben, I want a drink.
We'll be at the Ponderosa in a couple of hours.
Please, I need one now.
Blue. Good morning, Mace.
Oh, good morning, Ben.
You open for business yet?
Well, not till noon. New law the sheriff put in last week.
Well, I'm sure the sheriff won't mind if we bend his law just a little. Now, would you get me a bottle, please?
If I get cut, it'll be my job.
Please, just this once.
All right, just this once.
Mace, this is Mrs. Marlowe. She's staying with us out of the Ponderosa for a couple of weeks. Mace Sindel.
I'm sure you'll enjoy your stay.
Yes, I'm sure I will, too. Now, how about my drink, huh? It's better. Another one, please. I'm sure I'll be thirsty again before we reach your place.
Good. Well, I've been meaning to ask you. I have a chair. It needs some work. Leg's splintered. You think you'd have some time to look at it?
Well, I'll make time, I say, Friday.
Friday? Fine. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. That saloon swamper, what's his name?
Mace Sindel.
I think I've seen him somewhere before, but I can't remember where.
They've been a prize fight ring.
Yeah. You're right, in San Francisco. A friend of mine took me. Sindel knocked his man out in the second round. Oh, he really had a punch.
Yes, Mace was a leading contender.
What happened to him?
He decided to give it up.
For what? Working in a saloon?
It's honest work.
Barnett, I can't understand why it takes a female so long to get ready for supper.
I can't understand why it takes you so long to eat supper.
Because eating supper's a dang sight more pleasurable than getting ready for it, that's why.
Hey, Pa, did you tell her what time we sit down?
Yeah, I told her.
Gentlemen. I'm afraid that you'll be dining without me this evening. see, the trip wore me out more than I realized.
Would you like your supper in your room?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I have everything in my room that I need to make me comfortable. So if you will excuse me, I will say good night.
Rita, sleep well.
Well, she looks sick to me.
She is sick, in soul as well as in body. The woman I remember was beautiful. As gentle a human being as I'd ever known. 2 lovely children, a boy and a girl. Her husband was a lawyer that I knew some years back.
What happened to her, Paul?
She didn't say where, or when, or how. Just told me that her husband and her children were dead. Just that. They were dead. I'm hoping that we can find some way to help her.
We'll do everything we can to help her.
Well, let's have some supper.
You see, ma'am, there ain't nothing to it. You just clean the hoof out with this hoof knife. Hand me that rasp, will you? Then you level it up so he don't wobble when he stands up. Just like doing your nails. As soon as I get this one done, I'll let you do one.
Howdy, man. Found these flowers down by the stream. I thought you might like them. See you at supper.
Check. And mate. Well, you did better that time.
Oh.
Let's play another one.
No, thanks. I've had enough.
What's the matter?
Why should anything be the matter?
You seem restless.
Oh? I don't see why. You and your sons have seen to it that I've been properly entertained and kept very busy. But tell me something, Ben. Why is it that there isn't any liquid refreshment in this house?
It might help if you didn't have anything while you were here.
Did you think that it would get washed out of me in 1 month?
I thought it would be a good start.
You thought wrong. Ben, you've had someone that you love, that you dearly love die, haven't you?
Yes.
And you were with them when it happened.
Yes, I was.
And your presence gave them some kind of assurance and strength.
I hope so.
It did, Ben. I know it did. We were on our way to San Francisco. Ken and myself, the children. That night we were at a hotel. It caught fire. And our room was on the 2nd floor. And we were trapped by the flames. Ken carried me to the window. And then he lowered me out and dropped me. My ankles were broken, but I could drag myself clear. And I turned back, and I saw Ken going back for the children. And then there was a terrible crackling sound, and the hotel started to collapse. I lay there, and I heard my children calling out to me. I heard them screaming to me to come and help them. I tried. Oh, I tried. But I couldn't go to them. When I buried my family, Ben, I buried a way of life. And I'll never go back to it. I will never be hurt by it again. You know, when you found me in San Francisco, I was all right. That's what I want, and that's what I'm going back for.
There's no purpose. There's no meaning in that kind of life.
But it is my kind of life. And don't feel pity for me, Ben, because I don't need it. So why don't you just give me the money now and let me get out of here?
We made a bargain, and I'm going to keep you to it.
Well, I guess I don't have a choice, do I? All right? All right, we'll play your silly game. Good night, Ben. Hello.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Marlowe.
That's wonderful. I don't think I could tell it from the original.
Well, thank you. Wood works easily in my hands.
Those hands do other things well, too. I've seen you fight.
Is there something I can help you with?
No? No, I'm just wandering around, trying to keep out of trouble. Been doing that long?
Since I was a boy. I like building things.
I should think there would be a demand in almost any town for men with your talents.
I keep busy.
Then why do you work in a saloon?
I need the money.
Don't we all?
Well, I want a shop of my own. Taking on extra work just makes it come that much sooner.
Then you plan on settling here in Virginia City?
Yeah.
Well, you have no problems. Then Cartwright likes you. I'm sure that if you were to ask him, he'd be more than willing to lend you the money to get started.
Well, he already has.
Well?
When I stand in my shop, I want it to be mine. Only mine. I'll be beholden to no man.
Good luck.
Hey, Mace, there's a couple of fellas up here to see you.
See me?
That's what they said. They're up in front of the house. Well, I'll see you later.
If you'll excuse me.
You're excused.
Mace! What do you say, big man? Surprised to see your old buddy boy?
Hello, Dink. What brings you here?
Listen to the man, Tiny. 3 years we haven't seen each other, and all he's got for me is, hello, Dink, what brings you here? You do, baby. Why else you think I'd bounce all over the countryside? Only for you would I do it. They told me in town I'd find you here, so I'd have come. Just like that. You look great, kiddo. Great. Still flat and hard as a plank. You working out, keeping in shape?
You still haven't answered me.
Same old Mace. Straight and hard from the shoulder. Okay. This is Tiny Mac. #1 boy since you left my stable. There's never been one like you, Mace. You could have gone to the top, all the way.
Now he tells me that.
Good luck.
His right hand will take care of all the luck, but he needs something more. He needs to fight a name. Like you.
You know better than that.
Favor to an old pal, Mace. Your name's still big, carries weight. Tiny here climbing a ring with you, he's got to get a crack at the big boy.
Forget it.
You stay 5 rounds, you pick up an easy 1,000.
You're wasting your time here.
You know, you get in the ring with me, you don't go 5 rounds.
Enjoy your stay in Virginia City.
All right. Go on, Tiny. Yeah, go on. All right. We'll be in a hotel. Change your mind.
Hey, Swamper! 2 more of the same. Don't spill any.
Ain't right, Mace. Ain't right at all. A man like you doing this. You come back with me, boy, and we'll go right to the top again.
I'll get your drinks for you. Well, good evening, Mrs. Marlowe. Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, Mace, you can buy me a drink.
Well, I'd like to, but I'm working right now.
Oh, well then, why don't you lend me a couple of dollars and I'll buy myself one? Thank you, kind sir. I will remember you in my prayers.
Why don't you sit down here? I'll bring you anything you want.
Thanks, but I don't drink alone unless I have to. Whiskey, twice.
Stay here and keep out of trouble till I get back. I beg your pardon? Are you expecting anyone?
The only thing I'm expecting is to have a couple of drinks and relax.
Well, maybe we do it together. Care to join me and my friend?
Why not, if you're buying?
This is Tiny Mac. And I'm Deke Martin.
Rita, that's good enough. I've seen you two before. Cartwrights.
Oh? You work for them?
No, I'm a guest. Unwilling, but nevertheless a guest.
So, why stay?
Well, there's a certain little matter called money. It takes some to go from one place to another.
Could be I could do you some good.
Any good you'd do me, you'd come out ahead.
Well, we'd both come out ahead if you'd arranged to get Mace in the ring.
In the ring?
Yes, with Tiny. $100 would buy you a lot of traveling. We're staying over a couple of extra days. You think about it.
Hey, Swamper, where's our drinks? And bring one for the lady.
game's over. Why don't we get back into our corners, huh?
How about you and me find a corner all to ourselves?
With you, it would have to be a cave.
Come on, be a good girl.
Because I am a good girl, I don't want a slob like you pawing me.
Betty doesn't want your company.
Come on. Come on. You don't get paid for this. Now, let's sit down.
Stick to swamping out saloons. That's all you're good for.
Sorry, kiddo. Fighting here don't put money in my pocket. I need him in a ring. Now, you make it happen. I'll up it to 200.
Get me out of here, will you, Mace?
Yeah,
Do you mind taking me home?
I don't mind.
If you're expecting thanks, you're wrong.
That isn't necessary.
If you thought you were defending my honor, you're wrong, too. I lost that a long time ago. Well, I enjoyed it very much once we got past the rough spots.
So did I.
You know, Mace, when I first saw you, I said that you were an ugly brute. And Ben said, no, not when you get to know him. You know something? He was right. Good night.
Mrs. Marlowe, could I see you again?
Yes, if you'd like to.
Well, I have to bring this back tomorrow. Maybe then.
All right. Tomorrow will be fine. No, it's all right.
Well, you boys did a good morning's work. Yeah, we're finished by tonight. Where's Mrs. Marlowe?
Same place she was yesterday.
And the day before that.
With Mace?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he picked her up while you're out checking fence.
Well, what do you know?
Only thing I know for sure is that he's mighty stuck on her.
You tell that, all right. It's like he's got a sign hung out.
Well, if it works out, she couldn't find a better man, I'll tell you.
Well, let's hope it does work out.
Only thing I hope is that you'll let us go into town tonight, Paul.
What's so important in town?
Well, tonight's the last night that prize fighter's going to be there, and they tell me he's meaner than a treed wildcat.
Well, it's all right, and have a good look at him.
Hey, well, you could use $1,000, Hoss. Why don't you fight him?
The only feller I'm going to fight is you over that last spud.
You happy?
Mm-hmm. How about you?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think the last few days have cost you money.
Well, I'm not complaining. When are you going to go back?
Let's not talk about that. It's now that's important. So let's just enjoy it.
Rita?
When I get back to San Francisco, I'll send you my address. I'd like to know how you're doing with the shop.
I didn't have the right to do that. I didn't even have the right to think it. I'll take you back.
No, Mace. You had all the right in the world. I wanted you to do that.
I'm no good with words. All I can say is I love you. I want you with me. Always.
They're the only words a woman wants to hear. But, well, we both know that we can't build a life together on dreams and kisses.
I have a trade. We'll have a good life together.
When? Next year? Hereafter? It's too long. I want to enjoy my happiness now.
Well, I'll find another job.
No, it's still too long.
I won't borrow. It's got to be ours. I won't share our happiness with anyone else.
Mace, you don't have to. It can be the way you want. By going into that ring tonight. 5 rounds, that's all you have to go. And with that $1,000, Mace, we wouldn't have to wait.
I can't do it.
But why? He's not that good. I know you can take care of him.
That's not the reason.
Well, then what is the reason? Well, it was fun while it lasted. I guess our picnic's over. Take me home, will you, Mace?
Rita, does it mean that much to you to have the money now?
Yes, it means that much to me.
All right. I'll go against him tonight. We'll have our $1,000 tomorrow. Then will you marry me?
Yes, Mace, I'll marry you.
I guess I better take you back. But Rita, don't go see the fight tonight. I'll be out first thing in the morning. I love you, woman.
Best seats you got. Here we are. Best seats in the house.
Hey, who's fighting?
I don't know. They'll tell us when we get in there. Here you are, Paul. Ma'am, here you are.
Rita, you sure you want to see this fight?
Oh, Ben, I've seen men fight before. Don't worry. But listen, you go on in and I'll join you in a moment, all right?
Ma'am, we'll be right down in the front row. Come on, Joe.
I'm surprised Mace didn't ask you.
Yeah. Well, let's go inside and see what a treed mountain lion looks like.
Thank you, folks. Now, for the past few days, you have all seen Tiny Mac, the next heavyweight champion of the world, go against the best man in your town. Your best were none too good. You're in for a treat. You're going to see 2 of the greatest fighting machines in the world. One of them is Tiny Mac, and the other is Mace Sindel.
About this?
No, I didn't know.
Well, Mrs. Marlowe must have known about it. She didn't say anything.
I'll be right back.
Mr. Martin?
Hello, sweetheart. What are you doing back here?
Waiting for you. I filled my end of the deal.
You did great. Just great. I'll take care of you as soon as this is over.
Right now.
What's the matter, sweetheart? Don't you trust the old dinker?
Mr. Martin, as easily as I got Mace into the ring, I can get him out. So I want $200 right now because that crowd just isn't gonna like it.
Of course, baby, of course. I was just having a little laugh is all. Are you gonna stick around and watch your boy work?
First of all, he's not my boy, and I'm leaving on a stage in 20 minutes.
I don't come much harder than you, gal. See you around.
Did you hear?
Why did you do it?
Because I wanted to get away from here, and it takes money.
If you needed money that badly, all you had to do was come to me.
Oh, really? Well, that's not what you said last week. Last week, I had to live up to my end of the bargain.
What did you say to Mace to make him fight?
That's none of your business.
That you were going to marry him? Is that it? You lied to him. He'll climb into that ring thinking he's going to make a life for the 2 of you. And all he'll have to live with is a rotten memory of a lie.
Well, the $1,000 will help him forget. Ever you're in San Francisco, do look me up. You'll know where to find me.
time.
All right. Oh, Ben.
Hello, Mace.
Oh, did Rita tell you about us?
Yeah, she told me.
I don't deserve a break like that. A woman like her wanting to marry an ugly mug like me.
Listen, Mace, are you ready for him?
Well, as ready as I can be. Oh, Ben, I don't have a corner man. I'd be pleased if you'd act as my second.
Yeah, sure. Come on.
Folks paid to see a good fight. Let's give them one. Shake hands. You take him, every newspaper in the country will carry it, and we'll be on our way to the top.
It's all yours, Mace. Now load it on him.
Mace's had some good openings. Why doesn't he throw them?
Just wait. He's just waiting for the big one.
He better throw some little ones first.
What's the matter with you? You didn't land one punch.
I'm not going to. What? I'm getting $1,000 for staying 5 rounds, not fighting.
You're gonna hit him back.
You know better than that, Ben?
He'll hurt you bad.
I can take what he hands out. I have to.
I was worried for a minute. He's lost everything. It's all gone. I'll take him out in this round.
Why? I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna chop him up for a while.
Now, you listen to me. He was a great fighter. He's still a lot of man. Don't strip away his dignity.
Look, you take care of things outside the ring. I'll handle him in here.
Defending himself.
Sure is a one-sided affair so far, ain't it?
Mace, listen to me. You gotta stop now.
I can't stop, Ben. 3 more rounds, it'll be a new life for Rita and me.
She isn't here, Mace. She's gone.
What?
I said she's gone. There's no need for you to take any more of this punishment.
Oh, no. Rita loves me, she told me.
She used you, Mace. All you meant to her was stage fare out of here.
Oh, you're just saying that to get me to stop. It's all right. I can last, Ben. Don't worry.
You had your laughs?
Yeah. Now I dump him in your lap.
down, please.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Before you leave, there's something I want you to see.
I'm staying right here until the stage leaves.
Woman, you're going to see what you've done. If I have to drag you, you're going to see it. You decide which way it'll be. I hope you enjoyed his doing it for you.
Why doesn't he fight back?
Because 3 years ago, he destroyed a man with his fists. It was legal. He did it in the ring.
Killed him?
No, it would have been better if he had. The man's in a mental institute. He's a vegetable. Mace takes care of him. But he swore he'd never use his fists on another human being.
You could have stopped this, Ben. You could have told him about me.
I told him about you. But he wouldn't believe me. He refused to believe what you really are. So he won't quit. This may destroy him, but like you said, he'll have $1,000 to help him forget. Go on, get on that stage. Nobody's gonna stop you.
That only can take. I think you better call it off.
No, nobody stops at you here. Nobody.
No more, my darling. Please, no more. It's all over now. It's all over.
It's all right. I can last. It'll be like I promised. I can do it, Rita. I can do it.
Oh, no. We'll find another way. Doesn't matter how long it takes, but we'll find another way. It's all over now. Please. Please, for me. Please.
Welcome back, Rita. Welcome back.
You ought to be home by sundown.
I'm glad that chore's over.
I don't know. There's worse things than a 15-day cattle drive.
What?
16-day cattle drive.
You gotta admit, you do get to thinking and feeling sort of like a steer, don't you?
Yeah, I'm glad you finally admitted it.
Well, here's where I'll leave you fellers.
What? Oh, now, tell me you're going to go over and see that Bessie Sue before you even get home.
I promised Mr. Hightower I was going to come by there and take a look at that new bull of his.
I just hope you don't get the two of them mixed up.
No, he couldn't do that. Bessie Sue's the one with the blue eyes.
Just because the gal's a nice arm load.
Nice armful. There aren't 6 men in the territory with that long a reach.
Well, you tell Paul I'll be home later anyhow, you hear?
Right. Good luck. Oh, you know, it's gonna be good to get home and get some rest.
Yeah, I almost forgot what soft bed and good food are like. Let's go.
Maybe he ain't home, Teague.
He's home. I spotted some smoke coming out of the chimney when we first got here.
And where there's smoke, there's an old man and his gold, huh? Huh, Teague? Except maybe all them stories about the gold ain't true.
Macy says it's there, all right.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's take him.
Macy's not sure he's alone.
Macy's too bossy. Besides, we ain't gonna find out sitting up here.
And I ain't gonna find out by letting him shoot at me. Go ahead if you want to.
Macy wants to talk to somebody.
Go ahead.
Why me?
Because you got feet like a mountain goat. Go on.
I ain't going unless you do.
All right, you knucklehead. Come on.
What's up, Macy?
Look down yonder.
Oh, where have you been, Billy boy, Billy boy? Oh, where have you been, charming Billy?
You reckon he's coming here?
The trail goes right by the cabin.
We better decide what to do real quick.
No sense in asking for trouble. We'll just keep out of sight.
But what if he's come to see the old man?
We're the only company we intend for that old man to have.
Maybe he'll go on by.
But what if he don't?
I'm against taking chances. We'll kill him. Take.
Well, Jim by Jim, Billy boy, Billy boy. Thanks a lot, mister. I'm much obliged.
What for?
Now, wait a minute. You don't think I'm one of them?
Ain't got no reason yet to think otherwise.
But, Dad Burnett, they tried to kill me, too.
Could have been a trick to get you in here.
Now, wait a minute. I ain't got nothing to do with them fellers. I don't know who they are even. I'm from the Ponderosa. My name's Hoss Cartwright.
Walter. Fella here says he's a Mr. Cartwright. Well, did you see that?
See what?
The way Walter took to you.
He did?
Yes, sir. I never seen anything like the way he took to you. You'll have to excuse Walter for not getting up. He's had a hard day.
Yeah, that's all right.
Make your step to home. I bet you could use a drink.
Yeah, I could, but what are we gonna do about them fellas out there?
Oh, Walter will warn us if they try to start anything. Nothing to worry about, not a thing.
You had a clear shot at him and you missed.
I didn't see neither one of you hitting him when you had the chance.
Wasn't much chance, the way that old man had us pinned down.
I thought you said he was a prospector.
He is.
Sure knows how to handle a gun.
Well, ain't gonna do no good to sit here and fret about it.
Leastways, we knows what we're up against now.
Yeah, 2 of them.
And there's supposed to be 3 of us.
You making me out a coward? Yeah!
What are you 2 trying to do?
He's saying I'm yellow, Macy.
And I'm saying you're both loony.
This ain't no concern of yours, Macy.
Now, you listen to me. You 2 want to kill each other, I ain't about to stop it. All I'm asking is you wait till we lift that gold from the old man. Or maybe you 2 knuckleheads don't want that gold.
I can wait. How'd I know he'll keep his word?
Because he's just as greedy as you are.
Not often I get to share my whiskey. Walter don't drink.
You don't like the taste of whiskey, huh?
Oh, he don't mind the taste. It just seems it don't do much for him. It makes him sleepy.
Look, Mr.
Obie's the name.
Obie, who are them fellers?
Oh, got no earthly notion.
Well, what are they after? What do they want?
Well, I ain't sure. But my guess is they're figuring on robbing me.
Well, if they're gonna do that, how come they ain't moved in? There's 3 of them, ain't but 1 of you.
Well, that's what they don't know. The way Walter figured it...
Walter?
Oh, no, getting around it. That Walter is clever. They'd no sooner showed up than Walter figured out he's up to no good, so we'd best lay low.
That's pretty good figuring.
Walter figured he wouldn't jump us before dark. Now they know there's only 2 of us. My guess is they ain't gonna wait.
Dad, burn it. Bessie Sue ain't gonna never believe this.
Well, sure glad to have you fellas back.
Not half as glad as we are to be back.
How'd things go? Any sign of herd cutters?
Yeah, we had one gang follow us for a little while. We discouraged them.
Oh, good. Oh, what about the buy from St. Louis?
He was there, ready to pay the price.
Well.
Things couldn't have gone better.
Good. Where's Hoss?
He won't be along for a little time yet. He decided to stop over at the Hightower place.
Oh, good. I'm glad he did. I've been meaning to drop over myself and see that new bull. If he's anything half as valuable as Jim Hightower says he is, he ought to be something to see.
Yeah, well, I don't think the bull was the reason. I think Hoss is just trying to get a little better look at that Bessie Sue.
Huh? What about it?
He's sweet on her.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Turns red every time we mention her.
Of course, that doesn't mean much with Hoss. He turns red every time we mention any girl.
Well, that's his problem. All I want is some food and a nice soft bed.
Yeah, wait a minute. Look, we got a
A lot of things to do, and that's why I'm very glad to see you back. There's that fence to be fixed in the north pasture. Still a lot of hay to be hauled, and I want to get started on that new well right away.
What was it you said about getting back for a rest?
Wishful thinking.
Oh, not at all. Why? Supper will be ready in a couple of minutes. Then you won't have a thing to do till sunup.
Oh.
Now, that was a bonehead move.
Obie, we gotta do something.
Walter used to make the same mistake.
Walter play checkers?
Well, not very good. I could beat him a lot more than I do, but I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Look, Obie, we can't just sit here.
Go ahead, it's your move. You're sure not much of a player, boy.
Well, Dad Bernard, what do you expect with them Jaspers up there in the hills just waiting to pounce down here on us?
I might as well be here playing checkers, stewing over it. Besides, I told you Walter'd warn us.
I just don't seem to have as much confidence in Walter as you do.
Oh, why on the earth not?
Well, he don't seem very alert to me.
Well, that's because Walter's deep, real deep.
Hey, maybe it'd be all right if just one of us stood there at the window, huh?
Well, and hurt Walter's feelings?
How do you know he'd mind?
Well, you got to understand Walter to appreciate how sensitive he is.
I hope he appreciates how sensitive I am to bullets. Your move.
You ready? Yeah. Let's go get him.
Fellers act mighty bound and determined.
Yeah, well, they ain't no more bound and determined than I am, I'll guarantee you.
And they're mighty sly, too. Staying behind them rocks. Can't get a good shot at them.
Sure wish I could figure out what they're after. It ain't ammunition, they got plenty of that. Couldn't be grub, them hills is full of game. Obie, you ain't feuding with nobody, are you?
Me and Walter ain't well enough acquainted with nobody to feud.
How about horses? You got any horses?
Nope.
You run any cattle?
Nope.
Dadgummit, it beats all.
Yeah, it must be about supper time. I'm getting hungry.
I've been trying not to think about it.
There's one thing I'm against, it's being hungry. Me and Walter feel mighty strong on that.
You and Walter and me. But what about them?
Let them get their own grub. Carrying on, shooting.
What are you figuring on doing, holding out a white flag while we eat supper?
It's time to use my surprise.
What are you planning?
I'm gonna make sure I don't go to glory on an empty stomach. You stay here and shoot steady for a minute.
Tarnation was that?
Dynamite. Lucky I cooked this morning. Sure am hungry. Dig in, boy.
Boy, oh boy. They sure do look good.
What's the matter, boy? Might too much spice in the beans? Here. Take some bread. Had me worried there for a minute. You all right now? That choking made me think maybe I put a speck too much seasoning in the beans. just like we always fix them. Sure good, ain't they? Men, Walter likes some flavors. Be careful that coffee, it may be hot. You had a hard day, boy. Don't you worry, you'll get your appetite back. You got to eat, boy. You need your strength. Every bite to get better, don't they?
I went through the whole Mexican War, and I never got hurt like this. When I get through with them two fellas, they're gonna wish they'd killed me outright.
My head feels like one of them rocks with a bad crack in it.
Hurry up with the grub.
Well, you'll wait or you'll eat it raw.
Don't you two ever stop jawing at each other?
Well, what does he expect me to do, magic?
It don't take magic to rustle up little grub.
How'd you like a little poison in yours?
Believe me, in your cooking it wouldn't taste no different. Oh, quit low-rating him. Oh, let him... I said shut up!
I reckon it's done.
I think that we might as well forget this job.
We could have robbed the biggest bank in the West with a whole lot less trouble.
Yeah. But I don't like quitting on it. I don't need it. I sure ain't eager for any more surprises like that rock shower we had.
Hey, you don't suppose he's got any more of that dynamite buried around here, do you?
I don't know. And right now, I don't feel too anxious to find out.
Ain't that the truth? Old Coot, that loony ain't likely to have much gold anyways.
We're not only gonna get that gold, we're gonna pay him back for these bruises they gave us. I'll take the first watch. See if they don't slip out in the dark.
What'd you do that for?
Cover up them windows so we can have some light. Play a little checkers.
Obie, we can't play checkers. We gotta keep guard every minute.
You're forgetting Walter.
Let me ask you something. A lot of people use this trail by here?
Oh, it's pretty well traveled.
Yeah? When was the last time somebody came by?
Well, it's real recent, not more than 2 or 3 months ago. You want the red or the black?
I gotta figure out some way to get out of here alive. Shh. What's the matter?
You'll upset Walter.
How am I gonna upset Walter?
Talking about getting killed.
We talked about it all afternoon.
I know, but Walter figured you're joking. You keep on talking about it and he'll think you're serious.
I am serious. What's all the big secret? What does Walter think all that shooting was about, anyhow?
Well, he figures we're about to get robbed.
They gotta kill us to rob us, ain't they? Shh. What's the matter now?
I told you talking about killing upsets Walter.
Well, he can't hear me.
I know, but he reads lips.
I'll take the black.
I don't see no sense in waiting around here till morning.
You heard what Macy said.
It would be a lot easier to sneak up in that cabin at night. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go down there and take a little closer look.
I don't trust you. I'll go with you.
You got the makings of a real player, boy. Just got to pay closer attention.
How am I supposed to pay attention when I'm worried sick?
I never saw a young boy fret so. You stay around Walter more and you'll have faith. Walter's got a little plan.
See anything? See anything? What do I look like, an owl? Shut up and follow me.
Hey, what was that? Wild animal trap. Thought Walter's clear out of his head when he wanted to build that.
Now, why didn't you watch where you were going?
You pushed me.
I never did. I didn't touch you. What was that for?
That was for that gal in Wichita. When I bought all the drinks and you danced with her.
That was 5 years ago.
I don't care. I still don't like it.
She was no good anyway.
I still don't like it.
5 years. 5 years. 5 years. How many times I gotta tell you lunkheads this robbering is serious business? Yeah.
Dad burn it. Wonder what they're so old-fired anxious to get.
Gold.
Gold?
Me and Walter's prospectors.
You ain't never struck no pay dirt, have you?
We struck a nice little vein a while back.
You keep it in this cabin?
Well, that's a fool question. Now, where else would I keep it?
Where's it at?
Well, here's a little poke here. It's steadying the table leg. Walter likes to rest his head on some. Some up there on his shelf, a few more there in the wood box.
Obie, how much of the stuff you got?
Well, now, me and Walter ain't reckoned it up lately, but I'd say offhand about 25 or 30,000.
Oh, no.
Whatever's the matter?
Obie, don't you understand? Them fellas are going to stay out there till they get their hands on this gold, no matter what.
Well, maybe they will. But sometimes plans don't always work out.
Well, that's fine, but what are we going to do?
I'll tell you. You take the red for a while, and I'll take the black.
Wake up. Wake up. No, no. Obie, what's the matter?
Walter woke me. There's somebody right outside. I got him.
What got him?
Bear trap. Had some old bear traps I was going to throw away, and Walter wouldn't let me. So planted about 5 of them under the cabin, just in case some smarty bitches got the idea to burn us out.
Walter thought of that?
Yeah. Ain't he a caution?
Wake up! Mason's gone.
What do you mean, gone?
He ain't here, stupid. Bet he figured out how to get that gold himself.
His horse and things are still here.
Of course. Macy's smart. He thinks that's gonna stop us from following him.
Oh, he does he? Well, he ain't gonna get away with it. Let's go.
Go ahead, you first.
No. You first.
No, I ain't gonna argue with you.
And I ain't gonna have you following me in the dark with a rifle pointing at my back.
What are you?
What's the matter with you two, knuckle? Cut it out! Can I leave you two bird brains alone for a minute? Get this bear trap off of me!
Mason, we thought you were off on us. Yeah, we figured you were taking the old man's gold for yourself.
So you gotta get sore at me and decide to fight yourself.
No, it's just that Willard here didn't have the brains enough to understand something.
I ain't got no brains. It's you that couldn't outsmart a
cut
chicken.
it out, will ya?
Jeez, Mason, how'd you get tangled up in this thing? Figured I'd start a fire and smoke him out.
With a bear trap?
Oh! Hey, you help him with that, Willard. I tell you, one of them fellas down there, either that big one or the old man, got an evil mind. I swear, I don't care about that gold anymore. I'm gonna kill him. So help me, I'm gonna kill him. A mind like that shouldn't be allowed to live. Easy, easy, easy.
Yeah, your horse didn't come home last night?
Yeah, I looked in his room.
Well, Pa's gonna have his high when he finds out he didn't spend the night in the house.
Maybe if we don't tell him, he won't find out.
Yeah, we better get over to Hightower's place and get him back here quick. Must be some bull, huh?
I think we better take a closer look at Bessie Sue.
You take a closer look. I can tell she's a girl from way over here just by the way she wears her clothes.
Oh, very good.
Well, good morning, gentlemen. How's everybody this morning?
Fine, Pa.
Good. Say, do you know Hoss didn't sleep here last night?
Well, how do you know that?
Well, I walked into his room, and the bed hadn't been slept in.
Well, that must be it, then.
Yeah, we were thinking about riding over to the Hightowers and check on him.
Good. Now, I know he has a good reason for not coming in last night, but still, mightn't do any harm to check. I'm riding into town. Why don't you meet me there after you do? Oh, and give my very best regards to Jim and to Bessie Sue.
You know, he wasn't even mad at Hoss?
I think he has more faith in him than we do.
Man, what do you mean?
Well, how would you like to have Bessie Sue as a sister-in-law?
Come on, will you? Hoss wouldn't do that to us. Would he?
He would.
What do you think you're doing?
I was just gonna shoot him in the eye.
Yeah? Which one?
Generally cook up a batch to last a week. But there's just us, by golly, we can have some good eating 3 or 4 days.
Obie, is beans all you ever eat?
Well, we have a little fish and game now and then. But me and Walter figure as long as we don't have to answer to nobody for what we eat, we might as well have what we like.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
I'll declare, boy, as finicky as you are about eating, I don't see how you ever got to be your size.
Now, what'd you do that for?
We don't need a fire.
Well, you know some other way to get hot coffee?
We ain't gonna have no hot coffee, so forget it for a while. I got an idea.
I'm listening.
All right. We ain't had any luck getting anyways near close to that cabin, have we?
Not so far.
Well, we ain't likely to as long as we keep putting up an open fight. Somebody down there seems to know where we are before we get there.
Ain't that the truth?
We're gonna try a new tack. We're gonna give up.
Give up? Give up?
Well, leastwise, that's what we're gonna make them think.
I don't know, Macy. Why don't we just rush them and get it over with?
Depends on what you want to get over, Tig. I don't know anybody yet that's had any luck rushing a bullet.
Maybe Tig here figures he's the one to do it.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Half share instead of a third.
There wouldn't be nobody would have to force it on me.
What's your plan?
Well, I figure we don't do nothing. We stay right here as long as we don't light any fires or make any noise.
And then what?
Well, sooner or later, they're bound to step out of that cabin, and when they do...
Yeah. It'll be as easy as picking off buffalo. Huh?
Okay, Macy. On one condition.
What?
You and me do the shooting.
All right.
Boy, you're getting better every time.
God burn it.
See anything?
Not a thing. I can't figure it, Obie. I never figured them to give up, and I ain't seen a fire or nothing out there all morning.
Well, they ain't giving up.
Well, how come they ain't shot at us?
Well, like I said, Walter figured.
Ain't you ever known Walter to be wrong?
Well, not that I recollect offhand.
If he's so dang good at figuring, how come he ain't figured out some way to get us out of here?
Well, Walter don't claim to know everything.
Wouldn't be in this jam in the first place if you and Walter if you'd put that money in the bank where it belongs.
Well, you could be right about that. It's your move.
Obie, how can you just sit there doing nothing?
Doing nothing? I'm doing two things. I'm keeping my mind on this game and keeping it off of everything else.
The least we can do is get ready for the attack when it does come. Let's get the rest of the ammunition out.
What ammunition?
The rest of the ammunition. Let's get it all out.
It is all out.
All out? You mean there ain't no more?
Well, we didn't figure we needed any more. Me and Walter don't hold to violence. No, sir. There's a lot to be said against it. It's your move, son.
Bessie Sue.
Oh, howdy, boys. It's good to see you.
Howdy, Bessie. Boy, that looks like a pretty heavy timber.
On this little bitty thing, can toss them around all day long.
They told us up at the house we'd find you here. Do you know where Hoss is?
That's what I'd like to know.
Wasn't it your place last night?
Well, I ain't seen hide nor hair of him, and we were supposed to make plans for the dance Saturday night. I've got a good mind to go with somebody else. Serve him right.
I'm taking Jenny.
Mary Ann.
I understand, boys. That's the trouble with being so popular. The timid ones never speak up for fear you're already spoke for.
Yes, that's true.
Did you say Hoss was coming to see me last night?
Well, we don't know. Was it either you or the bull?
The what?
What he means to say is that Hoss is the shy one.
You don't suppose that big moose could be double-dealing me with that little old Cindy Larson in town?
No. Oh, not that little old thing.
Oh, of course not. But we got to keep looking for him, so we'll see you later.
You tell Hoss when you see him that I'm expecting him to take me to the dance. And if he don't show up on time, I'm gonna skin him with a dull knife.
Yes, ma'am. We'll tell him.
Well, see you at the dance.
Suppose she's right about Cindy Larson.
Cindy ain't half the girl Bessie Sue is.
Now, what girl is? Listen, we got to stop in town to see Pa anyway. Why don't we check by Cindy and ask if she's seen him?
If she has, and Bessie Sue finds out about it, Hoss ain't gonna be in shape to dance for a month.
How about a drink?
No, thanks.
Might pass the time a little.
Don't think it'd help much.
Can't hurt. Opposed to whiskey of a morning?
No, it ain't that.
Does your wife object to drinking?
I ain't got a wife.
You ain't feeling up to snuff, are you?
I feel fine. You go ahead and have one if you want it.
Oh, I don't take any pleasure drinking alone.
All right, I'll have one with you then.
course, there's ways to fool a wife. I knew a fellow once. He's a regular devil. Drank hard liquor every day. He's always careful to chew on a clove. His wife thought he just had a fondness for cloves.
Well, here's luck.
Me and Walter will go along with that.
It's your move.
Surprised a nice boy like you ain't got a wife.
You ain't got a wife.
I know. Don't need one. I got Walter.
Yeah, he's a real lively companion, he is.
Ain't he, though?
Dadgummit, Obie, I can't stand another minute of this.
Why, whatever's the matter, boy?
I can't just sit here and wait for them fellas to come down here and pounce on us whenever they get ready. I gotta do something.
Well, you think of something, we'll both do it.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna bust out of this back wall. That's what we're gonna do.
Well, I told you can't go anywhere, smack up against a mountain like that.
Yeah, but if we can make them think there's a place to go and they think we've gone, then they gotta come in here to find out which way we went, ain't they?
Well, sounds likely.
Only we're gonna be waiting right here for them. Get over behind that door. Come on. What are you doing?
Them fellas been so anxious to get close to this goal, I mean to oblige them. All right, we're pulling out. You're welcome to the place.
What do you reckon that meant?
You reckon it'll work?
Already did.
How can you tell? I don't hear nothing.
Look at Walter. He ain't been this excited since he was a puppy.
Well, I'll be dead bird. He's opening his eyes.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
The door's wide open. They're gone. Gone? Where could they go?
This is mining country. That shack could have been built over an old tunnel.
Yeah, it could also be some kind of a trap again. Don't you forget, one of them fellas in there's got a real evil mind.
What if he has? I'm getting tired of sitting around here. What are we gonna do?
Yeah. What are we gonna do? All right. It's against my better judgment, but let's go take a chance.
Ginger, ain't had so much fun in 30 years. Looks like Walter enjoyed it, too.
Yeah? Look at him. Nerves of steel, ain't he? So I want to press charges against these fellas, Sheriff.
What kind of charges?
Robbery.
Robbery? What'd they steal?
They stole Obie's gold, that's what.
What gold?
Yeah. What gold?
Hoss, they don't seem to have any gold.
Yeah, well, maybe they didn't steal it, but they jumped us and tried to kill us.
They did?
They sure did. They gave old Obie and Walter and me a real bad time.
They did?
Oh, Sheriff, you got eyes. Now, I ask you, who do you figure tried to kill who?
Sheriff. Sheriff, you got the makings of a good player, boy. You just gotta pay closer attention, that's all.
Boss?
Oh, hi, Bull.
Well, Sheriff told us to find you in here. He says he's holding you and some strangers till he gets to the bottom of this. Son, the bottom of what?
Now, it's a long story, Bull. Ain't nothing to worry about, though.
Now, well, you better start worrying. You're gonna be a lot of trouble if you're not out in time to take Bessie Sue to that dance Saturday night.
She said something about skinning you with a dull knife.
Ain't nothing to fret about, Hoss.
Oh, it ain't?
That's right. Obie's right. Old Walter will think of something.